Good morning. You are listening to National Real Estate Auction Radio. I am your host, Doug Dennison, and we are broadcasting from beautiful St. Augustine, Florida, the nation's oldest city at WFOY 1240 AM studios. Through the power of the internet, this program is being streamed worldwide on 1240news.com. The show will be archived on RowellAuctions.com as they are the sponsor of this program. Additionally, the show will be posted on YouTube.com. We're going to be talking about real estate auctions, past auctions, upcoming auctions, different real estate markets across the country. And you're on the air.
Good morning. This is Willis Miller.
Willis, how are you doing, sir?
Fantastic. Sun shining in Sarasota, and this is a beautiful day.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for calling. And we did an auction together. I was the auction project manager for a very large real estate auction in Sarasota. But tell us about how to make money through real estate auctions. You're a land specialist, and you are really the landman in Sarasota County, and you are an amazing guy and have had records there as far as selling property. But tell about the auction, how it happened, and how you made money and what kind of money you made.
Well, Sarasota County at one time when things were tougher than they are now, the tax collector ended up with 10,000 lots in Northport. That's no longer happening, but the investors like myself kept picking them off off the county's list of lands until finally they were down to 2,000 that did what they call cheat. They became the actual property of the county.
Okay.
So the county and the city of Northport decided to hire a major auction company to liquidate them, and they did it at just the right time, and they sold, $70 million worth of lots?
I think it was only
I think so, yeah. And the
65,
auction company
70.
that you were with offered a 3% referral fee.
Ah.
And I said, this should be easy money. I'll refer a lot of my friends, including some real estate brokers who really didn't know which lots to bid on.
Right.
Long story short, I referred, and a referral in the real estate industry is one of the easiest way for a realtor to make money. You submit a name and you get money back, and you don't have to do any work other than submit a prospect. It's like finding $100 bills in the street. Anyway, I think my customers bought $4 million worth of those lots out of the $70 million, and you do the math, and you can see how much money that came to my checking account.
Well, you did very well, and I don't know the math, but I think you made almost $100,000.
I think 3% of $4 million is over $100,000.
Very nice.
Those referrals are out there for any realtor to make, and the easiest referral is on an auction. If the seller is willing to sell that property and sell it at auction, it's 100% sure sale. It will sell.
Yes.
And you will get paid a referral fee.
Yes. And how you did it is you registered your prospect with us, and that protected you and the seller. You both had to sign your name on a sheet of paper and fax it in or email it in, and it was it's certainly one of the largest.
Yeah, it was a one-page referral form, and in the local market, people realtors that you know, many times we don't even need to put it in writing, but most offices want a record of it. But I have realtor friends that I'll refer a prospect to on a handshake, and when it closes, I'm paid.
Well,
I think the auction method is the wave of the future, and realtors anywhere can earn a lot of money by looking at finding out who are the progressive auction firms in their area, and refer their sellers to the auction company and make an easy 30% or whatever you agree upon as the referral fee.
Right. Well, it was a pleasure working with you. You made more and you brought more buyers than anybody.
I was awarded a plaque for it by the. down to the county. It was kind of humiliating to me because I didn't do that much, and they wanted me to come down to the county office and they gave me a plaque for the
Really? Very good. Very good. Hey, you know, contacts and relationships are everything in this business, right?
Absolutely. And it was interesting that you and I have kept in touch, and
yes.
Even though you've moved, we still kept in touch. That's great.
Well, that you got to do that, right? I mean,
right.
Everybody moves on from place to place. That's probably the hardest thing to keep in touch with, you know, good friends, good contacts, good clients as you do move. And tell me more about your company and where you're located, Willis.
Well, I'm in the sort of the semi-retirement mode, and I'm kind of winding down, but I operate from a website called Mr. Landman, MRLANDMAN, and currently my inventory is low because we've sold a lot of lots in the last while. Southwest Florida, vacant land is just ready to pop.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a tremendous. Someone just recently emailed me and said, if you own vacant lots in Southwest Florida, you should be smiling right now. And there are thousands of lots that are owned by people who are tax delinquent and who will be selling. So the realtors are getting a lot of good deals on available on vacant lots. Northport itself has about 30,000 vacant lots and is positioned very well between I-75 and the Gulf beaches. Lehigh Acres is east of Fort Myers. It's also has a lot of lots, not so good. And Cape Coral has many vacant lots, I would say better. But in any of these places, if you can pick up vacant lots for 10% of the cost of developing a lot,
mm-hmm.
they certainly are going to be a solid investment in the next 5 years, especially if we're looking at some really uncertain times as far as inflation. So I think the time to buy vacant land is right now. That's what I'm working on right now, is to refill my inventory.
Well,
Although I'm a broker, I do generally act as a principal. It's easier to acquire lots and put them on a website and make what I call the equivalent of a fat commission. Makes it easier for buyers to buy a group of lots from one source rather than to shop around and pick up one at a time.
well, you did a wonderful job at that auction, and since then, you actually gave me a lead to a bank that had a large property, a land property, and they're not ready yet, but once they are ready, you and I can work together again in a different mode. We'd become the sellers and market it. And again, you know, when you work on that selling part of doing a real estate property, you can also, you know, get buyers who come in, and there's been many auctions that somebody was afraid of the auction and wanted to buy it beforehand, and we've actually sold properties prior to the auction, and you know, prior, so we could get it out the word to tell everybody that it's already been sold. But it's an amazing, and I appreciate you saying that the auctions are the wave of the future, and again, I appreciate that. What is your?
It's a little different. Older people think of going to an auction and standing in the crowd. Younger people think of an auction of going online and with a handheld, an iPhone, and bid on the iPhone. It's a whole new world.
It is a whole new world. What is your website again, Willis?
It's www.mr for Mr. No period after Mr. Landman, LANDMAN.com.
Very good, Willis. Thank you so much for calling in. It was a pleasure to work with you back then, and hope we can work in the future.
Same to you. Have a great day.
Take care, Willis. Bye-bye.